again, everyone. Today I wanted to show you another Lady Falcon Travelers notebook. This is a B6 in the original leather. It is one that I purchased off of a buy-sell trade group, so I did not buy it directly from Lady Falcon. It has no pen loop, but this is the B6 size, so I wanted to show you what I'm keeping in it and show you the size compared to the B6 JIS that I'm using as my everyday carry. So as you can see, I'm just going to put this one on top. The B6 is really chock full, so I'm not going to do too much fiddling with it until I've shown you what's in it. So this is the extra you have here from the JIS to the B6. The height is roughly the same. It looks like actually this B6 is a little bit shorter, top to bottom, than the B6 JIS. Put them side to side. And I believe that this is the mahogany color. I don't know what number that is. I didn't buy it directly from the Lady Falcon website, so I'm not really sure even if it's the mahogany color. And then this is the oxblood color, just to kind of show you the difference. I think this is supposed to be a little bit more brownish, but it looks pretty red still to me. I'm not sure it's coming off as the same color that I'm seeing here on the camera, just FYI. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and show you what I have in here. So I've tried to figure out what use I want to have for this B6, and because B6 is not a size that I really use for journaling at this point, and because B6 Slim is really my sweet spot for journaling. So I decided to turn this into a place to hold greeting cards. And it's been working really well. The only problem is I keep adding stuff to it, so it's pretty chock full. It's pretty full. But it still seems to be doing pretty well. I just keep this on a shelf downstairs, and whenever I need a greeting card, I just go into this one and pick one out. So I'll go ahead and show you how I have this laid out here. And I believe that this, oh, you can see, so this fading was there when I purchased this TN. And so was this little discoloration here around the pocket. But it's still really pretty, I think, and it works really well. So I believe that this is the executive model because it has the same pocket configuration front and back, just like my other two that I have in this configuration. The only difference is this one doesn't have a pen loop. So, however, I have added a cloth insert. This is from Melon Journal on Etsy, and this came with a pen loop. So I have a little pen in here to kind of color coordinate with the Traveler's Notebook. And I guess I'll go back to front, or I'll go back to front to middle again. We'll see. So back here, I just have a bunch of different greeting cards. These, I think, are just envelopes that came in sort of a little scrap paper collection that I bought off of somewhere. And then these are little tiny postcards. These I got from Prism of Starlings on Etsy. This particular artist makes some really cool prints and cards and notebooks. I also have some notebooks from her. She made, or I was going to say she makes, but she at least made A6 size, A5. I think those are the only two sizes I saw, but they're all really, really pretty. She is based in Scotland, so if you order from her off of Etsy, it might take a little while to get. But I do have quite a few really beautiful cards from her. This one is from someone else. I can't remember, does it say? Earl Grey Paper. So this is from Earl Grey Paper on Etsy. She also sells some stickers and little cards like this, which are pretty cute. And so I just have things placed wherever they'll fit. This particular one is by Lisa Congdon, and she is an illustrator and artist who does some really cool illustrations. I have been following her for a while now. She lived in San Francisco at the same time I did. Now I think she lives in Portland. But I actually got to purchase one of her paintings from her in person and got to see her studio and stuff in San Francisco, which was a real treat. And I really like her. I really want to support her, so I'll link her Etsy site below. And then these in the back here, these are cards that I made with a gel press. So, or a jelly press. So I made the envelopes. Well, let me start back a minute. So these were blank envelopes and cards, and then I printed onto them from the gel press plate. So I made the cards. You can see front and back. And these are all just kind of playing around. What I usually do when I do a jelly press session, as I like to call it, I put a whole bunch of papers, envelopes, cards, whatever, all around me on the table, and then I just go through them and use them until I'm tired of doing it or I've run out of materials. So you can do some really interesting things with a jelly press plate. So this was just leaves imprinted onto the plate. And they make really nice greeting cards. I've used these as Christmas cards before. I think this is probably the second batch that I've made. I won't go into too many of these, but I'll show you some, because they're all very unique and interesting. And you saw some of my gel press collage pieces when I showed you my box of goodies for collages. So this is all the same, using the same gel press or gel plate. Okay, I think this is the last one I'm going to take out of the envelope. And the really nice thing about a gel press is you can just keep layering over layer over layer. So I'll just show the envelopes for the rest of these. Okay. And then this was on a craft, this last one was on a craft envelope. And let's see. Oh, right, these are left over from Christmas. So I was trying to make tags with the gel plate. This one was not a very interesting one. That's why it didn't end up getting used. And then this was a card I made by embossing with a stamp here and then going over it with watercolor. And again, this was one of the less interesting ones, which is why I still have it. And then I put a little handmade stamp on the back. So I may still use it for a future Christmas, but I don't know. That's it. That's up in the air. So let me close that. And that's the rest of what's in this particular folder here. And then I just have more cards. These are also from Prism of Starlings. I'm not going to take these out of their little cellophane wrapping. What's also nice about this particular seller is that she packs all of her stuff in eco-friendly materials. So all of this, none of it's plastic. It's all recyclable or biodegradable. And then I thought this card was kind of cute. And this is from, that's from Earl Grey paper again. So I'll definitely link to her down below as well. I think. Oh, and this was just, I don't know what happened to the envelope for this one. So I'll have to find that if I want to use it. And so then back here, another Prism of Starlings, little tiny note card. This one's really cute. It's just blank. And you could just put that with a little gift or something like that. And then this insert is from Nisa Made, also on Etsy. And then who were these from? Paula and Waffle. These are not as interesting as some of the other ones, I think. And this is a Lisa Congdon one, this particular one. And then this one I think I got when I was traveling somewhere. I can't remember where I got it. And that's another Paula and Waffle. I'll also link to Paula and Waffle if you're interested in those cards. But like I said, they're just not as interesting as the others. And then I have some more. This is just a generic thank you card that I can use Unfortunately, I seem to end up using sympathy cards more than anything else, because if anyone is sick or had a family member who passed away or something like that, I generally like to send those out. So that's the one thing I'm kind of missing in here, is some more sympathy cards. So as you can see, without the elastic on, it's pretty darn thick. These were a recent addition in here, so without those, it was a little more manageable, a little less full, probably more TN size. But I just didn't want these to be sitting around, and I wanted to use them. So if I had them together with the other things, I might do that more often. All right, so I'm going to close that up. And basically, this is just another use that you can have for a traveler's notebook. I know I've seen other people just put scrap papers and things and lay them in the notebook. This is sort of a similar concept, but with cards. So that's it for today, and I will be back again soon with, eventually at least, with more uses for traveler's notebooks. Basically anything I can put in a traveler's notebook, I will, because I have so many of them and I want to use them and love them and get use out of them, basically. So like I said, that's it for today. Feel free to like and or subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.